Assalamualaikum semua. A very good evening to everybody out there. Okay guys, korang tahu kenapa aku tutup muka kan? Pasal Liverpool kalah lah, biasa. Kalah lagi lah home. Alamak. But what to do? That's football for you. Okay, welcome to KP TV Eat Sleep Bola. Every week kita ada this segment about football. We talk about EPL, anything about football. Okay guys, today my co-host is not here. So apparently kita ada 3 guests for today, tapi satu running late or maybe tak masuk terus. He's a West Ham fan. Susah nak dapat West Ham fan, very rare. But today we have 2 of our friends from one is from Durba Dua, and the other one is apparently he's from Panji, tapi former juara of Dendang Mutiara. Okay, dia memang korang mesti kenal lah dia ni lah, dia kira orang panggil dia kira dulu juara Steam, Steam Kodok punya juara, but he's good. He's one of the I think top 8 juaras at that time, tahun 2000. Okay guys, without further ado, let us bring our first guest for today. He's from Durba. He's a Liverpool fan, and we will talk a lot about Liverpool today, since Man United fans suka lah better about Liverpool. So now we bring my very own friend from Durba Dua, a good Liverpool fan. Let's bring in Mr. Akbar. Yay! Apa khabar? Ba, your mic.
Yeah, 6 in a row, man.
6 Champions League or 6 losers in a row?
6 loss in a row, brother. 6 Champions League. This year 7 lah.
Alhamdulillah. Okay, Ba. Thanks for being with us with our show. Taru, and I like your jersey, man.
Yes. This year, winner of Euro.
Inshallah. Okay, guys, if you want to know, Holland is also one of kira my favorite team lah. Kebanyakan mesti dah tahu lah my FB post. Okay, Abah, welcome to KPTV is kira Sleep Bola. So today we talk about Liverpool, we talk about United, talk about the last week fixtures lah. So Abah, first of all, you're a Liverpool fan, right?
Yes.
Can you tell us about sikit sebanyak why you love Liverpool? How you start?
Basically, it's the typical dad pass to son kind of fan club. So I grew up watching Liverpool. Actually, I started only in 95. And the first game I watched was the FA Cup final against United. The one that Eric Cantona scored the volley in the 90th minute.
Yeah.
I think that was a very good team that progressed to the final. We were just unlucky to not win the final. I think we played very well during that game, and I was very intrigued by the football we had.
Correct. Okay, to highlight you that game, okay, David James played very well, but the goal itself,
One mistake only.
correct. But the goal itself, I should say, it was a good strike from us, from Cantona. I still can remember the bola tu, they swerve through 3 to 4 defenders just to go in the net.
Yes.
And I think it was the 86th minute, if I'm not wrong. I forgot the timing, but it's going to be the end of the game, right?
Yeah, it was nearing the end of the game, and then we had good attacks. We had chances to kill off the game. We didn't take it. Also, that was the year where they had the checkered blue and green.
Correct.
And that was the Spice Boys, the all-white FA Cup final.
Okay, but at that time, the only 2 teams that were most supported are Liverpool and United. So the thing is, United got the class of 92. Then we have our Spice Boys. Okay,
Correct.
To you, what do you think that Liverpool lacked at that time? You know, we got the players, we got the manager, we got the fans, we got the stadium. What is lacking in Liverpool winning over United at that time?
I think during that time it was just consistency, and also not having the right results at the right time. I mean, you can go. We didn't go on winning streaks. Like United can go 15 unbeaten and will falter, maybe having some draws or having even some 1-0 defeats along the way.
Yeah.
And we played epic matches during that time. I think that was also the time when the Newcastle 4-3, the 2 4-3s we played, which was voted as the match of the century.
Back-to-back seasons, that game.
Yes. Those were one of the best attacking footballs, especially with Stan Collymore and Fowler at the helm.
Okay, to all Liverpools out there, you see, both of us are seasoned Liverpool fans. Means we are supporting the club since the late 80s, early 90s. So it's not that last season when Liverpool won and we started to be fans. So the guys out there, if you are frustrated for with the Liverpool current form, please, we have been there, done that. So I think we have
25 years
to
of
chill.
waiting.
Correct. So we have to chill and mellow down. Okay, Abah. Let's bring in our next guest.
Sure.
He's a very famous guy.
Very famous.
Okay. He is the juara of Dendang Utara tahun 2000. Then after that, he of course lah Panji. Who siapa tak kenal dia with his epic eyes of singing. Okay. But the funny thing that he's a Blackburn fan.
Yes.
If he's true or not, let's ask him. Let's bring in another good friend of mine, Mr. Suhaimi. Kau tengok lah.
Mimi.
What's happening?
Hai Mi, apa khabar?
Baik. Baik.
Di bawah belayar.
Di pantai sejarah.
Okay, Mimi. Okay, apparently we all know that you're a Blackburn fan. Am I right?
Yep.
Okay. Tell us why Blackburn, Mimi.
Okay, time aku kecil-kecil tengok bola pasal bapak aku support Arsenal.
Alright.
Senang cakap lah. But then again, I wasn't influenced by him to support Arsenal. Setakat tengok lah. I like the hard teams meaning teams like Wimbledon, Nottingham Forest, those kind of teams at that time, Sheffield Wednesday, with the likes of maybe Chris Waddle and all that. Then in 93, I think Blackburn went up. They played the kind of football that I think epitomized the football during that period, which is wing play.
Correct.
So so I fell in love with them. And nasib dorang pun menang juga on that season. Largely due to SAS Shearer and Sutton. The original SAS anyway.
Okay.
Not Sheringham and Solskjaer. Apa dia?
Okay, that's good one. Not Sheringham and Solskjaer, that's good. But can you tell us a bit, who is that manager that brought you all the title that season?
Kenny Dalglish, bro.
Okay.
King Ken.
Mimi, okay, guys. That's why Mimi loves Blackburn so much, because of the SAS. He followed Blackburn. He likes the hard team. Okay, guys, both of you. Today, there's another guest, which is a surprising West Ham fan. It's hard to get a West Ham fan. Susah tau nak dapat West Ham fan kat Singapore ni. But he's a diehard West Ham fan. And okay, if you all tak pernah nampak dia, aku rasa korang pernah nampak dia. I think he's the best Maracas player masa tahun 2000. Okay. He is very, kira orang nampak dia, dia ni Ning punya pemain Maracas orang dah tahu. Okay guys, none other than Mr. Faris itself. Let's bring him in. Hi bro.
Hello.
Hi. Long time no see.
How are you guys?
Okay
semua.
Guys,
Baik.
korang kenal lah? Kenal lah Faris
Yeah.
Siapa tak kenal lah? Okay Faris, as I told them that you are a West Ham fan. Faris, why West Ham?
Why West Ham, man? Okay, basically, I think why West Ham is the reason is influence from my uncle. So my uncle was actually, he was actually an Ipswich fan.
Okay.
So somewhere in between, he also favorites West Ham style of play back then. So since like primary 3, that's where I actually followed my uncle to buy Shoot magazines. Okay, just to watch on football games lah. I mean, whenever he switch on the TVs lah. Itu time je lah, masa tu je lah. So but until now, I'll just ikut saja lah West Ham lah, been a fan lah since quite a long time ago also lah.
Okay, Faris, okay, as we know, West Ham is good in their academy. So to you, which player do you really adore much or idolize in West Ham?
Current players
not really colour players lah. History, what, because you support West Ham kan. Siapa player yang paling kau betul-betul idolize?
I think I will idolize Mark Noble. So either way, I mean, he's not really a good player. He can, I mean, there are days where he can control the group very well. The team members yang bagus. But Mark Noble, I mean, I think he's been in West Ham from the academy still on through lah, till now lah, right now. Yeah, I just idolize him lah, for that. Other than that, players yang lain macam, of course the popular ones, Di Canio, you know, favorites from the recent 2015. Even though Dimitri Payet dah tak ada lagi, kan, tapi I still, you know, somehow also favorite him as well lah. He's quite a good player lah, you know, flamboyance lah, bagus lah dia, not bad lah.
Okay, Faris, last question for the introduction. Okay, as you know that West Ham has a good academy. Players like Frank Lampard, Michael Carrick, then banyak lah kan. You see them. Joe Cole, correct. Joe Cole, Rio Ferdinand. Is it Rio Ferdinand? Les Ferdinand? No. Who is Anton Ferdinand? Rio also. Betul. Okay, the thing is, if you all keep this core of players, you'll be a household name. West Ham will be a household name, like with the likes of United, Man City. But why is West Ham not holding to these players and let them go? Kenapa, Faris?
What a tough question. In masing-masing individual players also, they would like to venture out instead of just sticking through dengan West Ham as a club itself. I mean, West Ham club academy, the academy itself is being good financially, and also supports in terms of back end player trainers, you know, which is good. They develop as well. But as players grow and fonder, they would like to venture other clubs, and other clubs also, they have scouts to choose on players. Depends on how they actually approach that.
Alright, okay guys,
to grow better lah. Yeah.
So macam dorang ada more avenue to grow lah. Okay, there's a bit from Faris, a West Ham fan, then Akbar, Liverpool fan, and Suhaimi, a Blackburn fan. Okay, Mimi, another question. Sekarang Blackburn is in Championship, if I'm not wrong.
No, Division 2.
Hello?
Kau dengar?
Aku boleh dengar.
Lel, kau dengar?
Sekejap. Something wrong with my... Sekejap, give me a moment. Hello? Okay, me. Sorry.
It's okay.
What are you saying just now?
We are in Division 2.
Also, it's League 1.
Yep.
Okay, let's say now kau dah tak ada Blackburn matches to watch. So, how do you get maybe live coverage or YouTube to watch them play?
Sometimes I do look for their highlights on YouTube, but most of the time aku baca artikel je.
Oh, okay. So currently EPL, you follow which team if like that?
Being part of another podcast, which is the Football Buddies, aku agak kita follow semua match lah, senang cakap. But if you're saying siapa aku rooting for, then I would guess Leeds.
Wow, Leeds Wow, not bad. Okay guys, let's read some of the comments for now. Okay, then we have this hi Abba from Shafiq. My Liverpool buddies, geram je dia ni. Okay. Then we have Idros Asakov, salam bros. Okay, Idros tak payah berbual pasal Liverpool lah for now. Jiwa dah retak. Okay, he's a Liverpool fan. Okay. Then Syafiq again. Hi adik Akbar.
Ya, maaf ni.
Okay. Arsenal punya game macam kelong Singapore punya game ah. Okay, this is a question for I think for Akbar. Is Mo Salah really leaving Liverpool for Real Madrid or Barcelona? Is this fake news? Okay, Akbar, can you clarify something?
I think we've read some of the articles, and aku also check on Fabrizio Romano. There is no movement for Mo Salah at the moment. It's just hearsay. So usually Fabrizio Romano is the guy who I go to for this kind of big transfers.
Okay, guys. As for him is Romano. As for me, aku go with James Pearce. James Pearce is the direct correspondent for Liverpool FC. Apparently, tak ada. Mo Salah said that he's going to stay, but I think the media make it a big hoo-ha lah. Biasalah, star player bila team tengah tak bagus, kau keluar lagi bagus, you know. That kind of thing. So don't believe in this kind of media attention. Okay, and Shafiq saying that I'm also a seasoned Liverpool fan. This guy also said that Steven Gerrard played striker, okay? So you don't believe in him. Alright. Fuh, Mimi in the house lah, Idros. Okay. Okay, right with injuries, no incoming Minamoto. Minamoto siapa sa Minamino? Or no players burn out. Okay. Then this is for Faris. I'm blowing bubbles, pretty bubbles in the air. Okay. Then we have Hala Madrid. Aiman, kau Madrid je tak habis. Okay guys, let's go straight into the games. Last weekend punya games
Yes.
Ini yang geram je aku nak berbual pasal game ni.
Fulham.
Ay, diam le. Okay. Okay, the first game was
Burnley.
no, this one is yang on Friday itself, 5th March. Fulham against Spurs. Okay, Fulham lost 1-0 to Spurs. Actually, nothing much to talk about. An own goal. So Spurs are moving up the table right now. Okay.
Yes.
So I think we don't talk about the game. Okay. Okay, kita berbual pasal ni lah. Liverpool against Chelsea, guys. Okay, apa? Kau tengok tu game tak?
I've been watching all the losses. So I thought for once if I sleep and I don't watch, they would eventually win. Because I slept for the Sheffield United game, we won.
Sama je macam aku.
So bila aku bangun macam, saya kalah.
Okay,
but I watched the replay.
But what could be the problem? What could be the problem? Do you think that they are facing?
Yeah, that's the thing now. We Liverpool fans are trying to figure out, what's wrong with Liverpool right now. So Abba, what do you think? What's the problem with Liverpool right now?
If you want to put it in terms of injuries and in terms of centre-back pairings, that is the main problem. The defense, they don't know each other at all. Especially with the new boy, Kabak coming in. Davies still hasn't gotten any minutes yet. Or any good minutes, meaning he hasn't played a full game yet. I think he should play. Basically, the defense is just really not in sync right now. And then the goalkeeper is having a lot of nightmares with his own problems ahead. Really not a good season for us. It's been really tough. But to be still top 8 with all the defensive problems that we had, I think it's still kudos to the coach for still having us at least within a shout of maybe top 6.
Okay.
Top 4, I don't think so is achievable unless we have good results going for us, not against us.
But the initial games that we had for Liverpool, semua initial play game, actually they are good. So just in between, right now.
Yeah, when we started to lose even Fabinho and Hendo, then it got even worse. Direction don't have, no calmness.
Okay, guys. To me, the only thing that is lacking is because of the mentality that Liverpool are champions last season. Macam Man City, when they are champions, they still input their reserve to be a better second 11. You see, macam once you are a champion, your reserve must be good. So Liverpool cannot blame injuries or what. Van Dijk tak ada, this kind of thing. That's only reasons. But the owners must bring in the money to bring in reserve players that are capable enough to win games. But sekarang memang tak boleh. So the problem.
I thought when they didn't address the centre back issue right from the start of the January transfer window, it says a lot already.
Correct. So
when they bought the two guys last minute, that was panic buy maybe.
Okay. The thing is, Klopp pun tak expect Gomez injured, Fabinho injured, Henderson now injured, even so. This is just
Kau
shit.
shit.
Apa?
Chronic effect.
So the thing is, I'm not so loser. Tapi for a rival fans like United fans bantering about how shit Liverpool is, I think that's not fair. Let's bring in the best side of Liverpool and the best side of United. If Liverpool kalah rabak with the best side on, then you banter, aku puas hati.
Fair enough lah. Okay.
Betul, it's fair enough. But now, Salah, you even can kalah. Correct. So the thing is, if you love football, you won't do that. No, I don't see Arsenal fans. I don't see even West Ham fans to say that Liverpool are shit now. Maybe aku terus terang cakap, memang ada Liverpool fans pun macam sial, tak boleh tahan banter. But the thing is, you have to look at the bright side of football. Why is Liverpool like that? No, tapi biasalah kan. Mana boleh kalah Melayu. Tahulah semua nak menang. Okay. So let's give best of luck to Liverpool if they can come back. Tapi that Chelsea game, okay, let's talk about Chelsea, that game. Okay, Mimi, Chelsea
pada aku senang cakap is because of Tuchel lah.
Yeah.
Okay, aku cakap kau, if that's Frank Lampard, it will be a draw game. Because it's Tuchel, they won it. Because when it's Frank Lampardnya time, dia pakai dia punya own players, his youth players. Tapi sekarang dia pakai Jorginho, dia pakai Alonso, even dia pakai Rudiger back.
Yeah.
So
is the right place.
Tuchel is actually using all the established players.
So now the thing is it Tuchel or the players? Kalau Frank Lampard pakai the players, boleh menang macam gini tak?
Mungkin, tapi dia punya filosofi lain apa?
But the approach of playing is about the same. Formation is about the same.
But
Yeah,
the players tak gel lah kadang. Susah juga apa.
Kau masukkan all the youth players at the start, which is what Lampard is doing, which I think is a great idea to bleed your youth. Tapi budak-budak baru yang masuk, yang kau beli mahal-mahal, semua tak boleh gel. So starting Ziyech, Kai Havertz, where are they? Sekarang baru winner starting to play well.
And then it's always a problem. It's always a problem when kalau ada player dia tak boleh gel, kan? The emotion comes in, macam tak kuasa nak layan, macam biasa budak Melayu macam kan, tak kuasa nak layan pun ada. So it's quite difficult lah to get during training, after training, then match days, game days, semua it's gonna be tough lah kalau players tak gel.
But I think Timo Werner should be out of favour by end of the season. I don't think Tuchel likes him that much, because there was an article coming out today that he was really hard on Timo on yesterday's game against Everton. There was a conversation picked up lah.
So they are on not a winning streak, or they're undefeated in 11 games.
Yeah,
so far is now the thing is top 4. West Ham and Chelsea are going for the top 4 spot. So far is what should West Ham do to maintain? I'm rooting for West Ham to be in the top 4 because I also love underdogs to be to be up there. So far is, what do you think West Ham can do to sustain that form to be in top 4?
To sustain it's actually tough lah. Process is very tough. surprisingly, as a West Ham fan, I'm also surprised that we are on top 5 right now lah. You know, to be honest Kan, it's how many years you guys, korang semua mesti tahu apa, West Ham selalu either regulation zone atau it goes back to Division 1 EPL. Now we are back, but I think how we're gonna actually manage is actually during game time is 100% focus and minimize on injuries you know. Kalau once ada injury for key players, that will actually bring the team down also.
Okay, Faris, what surprises me is, David Moyes came in for his second spell. He was sacked, then dorang take him back. But the thing is, he bought players like Suchek. He bought players like siapa tu korang punya left winger? I forgot his name. Yang ambil corner tu.
Bowen. Bukan.
Cresswell memang dah ada lama. Bowen. So, but to me, Suchek is the best buy lah. Then korang
Suchek
ada
is the best buy. But Bowen was also performing very well when he was actually dengan Hull.
Correct.
150 over appearances. In average, he actually scored 50% of the goals.
Wow.
That's for Bowen punya statistics lah. Kira sasul aku berbual. Kan? Tapi in terms of Suchek, it's actually a good buy. Dia punya determination in terms of dia dengan Kufal kan. It's actually surprisingly quite gelled up the team.
Okay, lagi satu surprise. Now the only striker that is on form is Antonio. Okay. Kenapa West Ham let Sebastian Haller go? Why?
No idea. No idea
that is a shock lah. That's a shock.
That's a shock lah. But I mean, you have Haller go. You let Haller go. Antonio is performing even. He joined in 2015. Antonio. Okay. And he has been scoring goals lah. I mean, he's consistent in terms of games lah. He's there to perform. But on top of that also, actually West Ham also supporting quite have a good support from the wingers.
Correct.
The wingers and the defenders. Cresswell is one of the players yang will always go up and rush back down. But always go up, but there's no one pushing them to go back down when Noble is actually playing. So Noble usually, pada aku mark Noble as a captain, he usually slows down the game. But when Declan Rice comes in, then he's like controlling the whole mid area and the defense, pushing, flanking up and down, coming down to support. They don't much play together with the goalkeepers when Adrian is still with West Ham.
Yeah.
Right now they focus on the defenders. They focus on the branching out from the sides, from the mid wings, and having Bowen and Cresswell is a support from back and front .
So the surprising part also of nothing, West Ham defense tiba-tiba baik, with the purchase of Dawson. Out of the blue, Dawson is good. Then sebelah Dawson, who's that fella? Siapa yang that African guy? I forgot his name. Diop and the other one? Lupa lah nama dia. Obona, yeah. Okay, he's good. Then the right back, siapa that Socek
right
punya juga.
Kufal.
Kufal is also good, man. And Koramir Fabianski also steady . So the thing is, I'm rooting for you all to be in the top 4.
Yeah,
so,
I hope so.
Because terus terang is solid . West Ham now is very solid. Macam even when they lose to Man City, they play well.
But that was a good game, but a good game.
I think that one they play very well.
Itu baik Asia. Itu you all should have won it lah. But Man City is in another planet. That one we'll talk about later when Man City lawan United. Bingit je, okay? Okay, guys, let's go to the other game. Burnley against Arsenal. Let's ask Mimi about this game. Mimi, did you watch this game?
Tak tengok. Aku tengok highlights je. So I think Arsenal has this problem. Dorang tak tahu nak kill off the game.
Yeah.
They can get an early lead and then they just waste it out.
So What's wrong with Arsenal? Kenapa diorang macam gitu?
Tak Hegi lah diorang main. Ever since the ending of Wenger days until now, pada aku they lack the drive to push up, with the exception of that kid lah, Saka. Yeah,
Mungkin
other than that, aku tak rate players diorang saja. Aubameyang sometimes ada, sometimes tak ada. Lacazette, I don't know why he's playing. Habis I don't know lah.
Lacazette dia dengan Arsenal dah lama juga kan, Lacazette.
Yeah, I think
about 4 years.
Yeah, 4 years.
4 years really. No, for me, I don't see a point. Why must you all let Arsene Wenger off lah? Dia masih okay sah. No, the thing is, siapa lagi? Arteta is still young, macam belum tahu the game. And you see their defense, rabak siul. But that's Arsenal for you. Okay, Mimi, I want to talk about Burnley punya goal. Okay, Chris Wood has the easiest goal ever. He was there. Zaha tendang, kena ke badan dia, masuk. So a striker don't need to do anything. Adakan badan dia. Kenapa with that player yang very experienced, the club captain, he did that schoolboy error to play with Arsenal, one of the best club in the world, should I say one of the top. Is it justify you? Kenapa dia buat that kind of mistake? Why he just can clear the ball?
Is that Xhaka lah. Pada aku, he's also one of the players that aku tak boleh depend lah kalau dalam team aku sendiri. I think that's why also he lost his captaincy to Bellerin.
Yeah,
Bellerin is more dependable. Xhaka is just playing, tapi dia macam dia macam Maguire lah. Just attend the game lah.
Okay.
Tapi tak bagus.
Okay. Okay, let's talk about the next game. We don't talk about the nil games lah. Semua boring games. Okay, let's talk about the next game. Brighton against Leicester City. Leicester City menang 2-1. Okay, guys. And the scorers are Iheanacho and Amate for Leicester City, and Lallana for Brighton. Okay, Akbar, Leicester City, with the likes of Barnes and Madison out of the team, you know, there's no source of supply to Vardy. So Vardy now is like a headless chicken. Dia main lari je. Asal dapat bola, dia try shoot. Okay, now the thing is, do you think with we know that Brendan Rodgers has this tendency to bottle it up when it comes to the end of the season, because with Liverpool, with Celtic, you know, he has that tendency to bottle it up. So do you think Leicester City, without that good players, can they push up for top 4?
I think currently with the games that they have already won, they are viable for top 4.
Okay.
But going into the last 10 games, this is typical Brendan Rodgers. If he loses his marquee players, he will start to draw and lose and win very slight wins. I mean, he's a kind of manager who can go on streaks, like 10-15 games winning streak. But I think the midfield still can hold up with the likes of Tielemans and Didi. I think these two are doing very well this season. But with the loss of Barnes and Madison, I think they will hit them hard. And looking at the last 10 games, right? Pasal lagi 10 game, they might suffer a bit. They will really, really suffer in the last 10 games.
Okay.
So top 4 might slip out of their hands. They might drop to 4th, but definitely they will have top 4 this season.
Okay, Faris, do you have anything to say about? Itu prediction nanti, Ba. At the end kita cakap, okay? Faris, Leicester City. You got anything to say? What's your thought on Leicester City?
I think for Leicester City, if Vardy ada yang orang support dia on a better scale, with speed and accuracy, then I think he actually can score more lah. He can actually push in more goals for Leicester City lah. There was one game that I actually watched tapi tak ingat dengan apa team. He was actually like you said like a headless chicken he couldn't judge much. He couldn't actually perform because he doesn't have much of support. Running around between striker in position center and also to the winger area to support to bring the ball in to his comfort zone of playing. It's very tiring for him.
Yep. Mimi, how about you? Leicester City.
The loss of Barnes ke Madison is kira rasa lah.
Correct.
Pasal Vardy dah biasa dengan dorang punya service. I think currently the only person yang boleh provide that sort of service tapi in small quantities is Tielemans lah.
Correct.
So
Yep.
penat lah. Kau jadi one man team macam Vardy is gonna take a toll on him.
It's
And
a one-man team.
correct. Kalau Zireh tu dua tak patah balik, I think Brendan Rodgers will start dropping points lah.
Okay, fair enough. I don't think there's any Leicester fans in Singapore. Tak pernah nampak. Circle of Dikir Barat group. Aku tak tahu ada yang suka Leicester. Ada?
Dia dekat Temple Buddha ada banyak.
Thai people lah. Okay, guys. Before that, let's read some of the comments. Okay, we have Izwan. Hammers. Okay, then Hammers. Mesti nak selit ni. Tak tahu apa ni. Aku tak tahu baca lah ni benda. Okay. Dan Akbar dapat keluar apa ni? Sejap dari gua ambil angin. Jangan marah bro. Mak dia cek pasal lah. Betul lah. Dan Akbar patah balik. Sedap udara di luar. Ambil angin Champions League bro. Alamak korang ni. Sempat. Okay. Okay, this guy. West Ham tengah form pasal Lord Lingard lah. Okay, Faris.
Correct.
Let's talk about this comment. Lingard scored 2 yesterday. So, of all players, why Lingard, bro?
I think Moyes sees him as a fast, quick player that easily to adapt with changes. So he's actually set on a very free role. No pressure. Okay. He's young, and just let him perform. Okay, but I don't think West Ham is. Of course, he has. Lingard dah score banyak juga goal lah so far for this season for West Ham. But he was actually from Man U, But when he was with Man U, dia macam tersekat lah. Tak dapat main pun.
Correct.
So you just try to wonder lah. Just aku actually wonder what if actually they actually let him play with Man U. He could have actually performed and scored maybe several goals.
Correct.
Brought Man U to a better position last season. So, but I think he's on a free roll lah sekarang. So he's young, energetic, have two new team members, and this time team members are very positively thinking. There's no like politics happening or whichever. That's why he's kind of happy lah. Whenever he's on the field, he's actually very happy. You can see that he's performing very well.
So Faris, do you think that he'll be permanently be sold to West Ham next season?
Yeah, hopefully.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
No
lah.
Maybe,
but hopefully lah. But right now, I don't think there's talks of. There are talks of him being transferred lah, solely for West Ham lah. But I have ada chance mesti ada orang nak ambil dia.
Correct. Mimi, you said that just now. No, he's not going. Is he staying at United or he's going to another team?
Aku agak si siapa ni? Solskjaer just loan him out to play lah. Because end of the next game, he can't even play against his former team.
Yeah, correct.
So they rate him that well tau.
But isn't that loan players semua macam gitu? Bila kau lawan team kau takkan parent club. Most of the players are like that,
No lah.
Most of the players when they correct, that's a clause. But most of the loanees, should I say, has that clause saying that you cannot play against your parent club. Kebanyakan. So the thing is, why can't he perform at United, but he can perform well at the other United, West Ham? Kenapa Mi? Kenapa?
He doesn't get much play time full stop. dekat West Ham pada aku, they place the trust in him and then they play around him. As what Faris said, he played a free role, which he is actually excelling at. Kalau dekat Man U, kau agak dia boleh main free role gini. Okay, salam sudah lah.
Man U dah banyak star, bro.
Ya ke?
Man U bila Man U dah banyak star apa.
Banyak star,
I think it's still just
banyak
systems
penalty.
and formations lah.
Okay, tell you the truth, Man U ni bukan pasal banter ke apa. Man U is also a one man team. Bruno Fernandes, bro.
Yeah.
Tak,
No,
ni
Bruno
terus terang
Fernandes
aku
did.
tak banter. Diorang tak ada Bruno Fernandes, diorang habis. Because he's the talisman, he makes the team tick. Dia yang dapat penalty, he score penalty, he can pass, he can lock. He's a complete player. Kalau Man U tak ada Fernandes, top 2, bye-bye. I'm
Not
saying
bad.
that my team is bad also, but top 2 will be bye-bye. Because with the likes of, siapa yang diorang punya Brazilian? Fred. Then McTominay is good. Ni terus terang aku cakap. McTominay, I like him. Then Pogba, on and off. Then even their strike force, Martial. So, but we
Actually,
go to
the bagus,
the... That's the thing. But why can't he perform? Is it Solskjaer or is it just the team itself?
Diorang confused Diorang tak tahu siapa nak letak. Diorang payroll.
Tapi diorang boleh menang Man City.
Kasih diorang
Hai, kan? Okay. We'll talk about that later. Okay, guys. The next game. Alamak, berbual pula. Liverpool against Fulham. Aduh. Mimi, kau berbual lah pasal ni game. Aku bingit lah.
Good night. Good night. Good night.
Good night. Okay, aku yang good night.
Good night.
Good night. Lelaki
Tidur.
muka kau. Yang perempuan muka bini kau saya Haris.
Tu dia. Ikut mak dia ni.
Okay, Mimi. Fulham, Liverpool. What happened, man?
Liverpool continue lah main macam tadi, macam gini. Agak most of my friends, including yourself, Rail, Akbar, you just don't look forward to watching a match lah.
Rel, sorry Rel Rel, bukan nak cakap apa, tapi so far macam this season Liverpool, orang macam tak kuasa.
Correct.
Macam main macam dia tak kuasa tu. Macam the effort was not like how last season was lah, you know. Energetic, full of punch, powerhouse.
That's the thing. You know, the thing is something is not right that we Liverpool fans don't know what's happening. Is it the owners? Is it the manager? Or is it just the players? Or is it there's no fans inside in the stadium? Tapi kalau kau cakap no fans, lain team pun sama kan? So the thing is, Akbar, as a Liverpool fan, Akbar, why?
No fluidity at all. And I think Shafiq mentioned earlier, people have figured out how the front three play already. So they know where to block off. I think Chelsea did a very good job on the front three. Fulham, after they scored, I think they deserved the goal in the first half. But second half, after they scored, they just played 4-5-0. They didn't even try to counter. Once in a while. But that's how that's the tail of the season, right? People get one goal, then they start to play defensive, and then Liverpool don't know how to unlock. Yeah. Kenapa Liverpool not doing well? Yeah. Liverpool not doing well just because home form is bad. They travel so. I think the likes of like what Syaril say, the second players.
Correct.
The Divock,
Second string of players
the Shakiris, the Alex Oxlade-Chamberlains are not performing at all.
Senang kata guys, if you see the likes of Man City or should I say even with Leicester City, we cannot beat their bench lah. Their bench can play in the first 11 anytime. So Liverpool bench sekarang ada lagi more reserve. Correct, more reserve. Ada 9, but the thing is almost 7 or 8 are youth players. How to win games when you have youth players who are not experienced? So it's just that.
Really.
So smile ni macam sengaja. First is what's wrong with Liverpool. Then second dia tanya Syaril, kenapa Liverpool not doing well? So these two questions are about the same. So if you want to banter, just say. No need to ask this kind of questions, okay? Okay guys, Before that, let's read some of the comments. Okay, we have Sharif here. Salam satu, you not walk alone. Okay,
This
dan
one.
Malik. Abang Malik, salam semua. Tengok suria ke? Tak tengok suria ke? Ada apa bang, suria? Okay. Okay, Mimi or Faris, you can answer this. That game at Liverpool lost 1-0, but their defense a very should I say inexperienced defense. Kenapa Klopp masih play that high line? Why, Mimi?
He's used to playing the pressing game. So I think in training semua orang is trained in that way. So pada dia okay lah, tak apalah, tak ada first stringers, my second stringers can still do the job because we do this week in week out in terms of training
But you know lawan Chelsea pun that thing happen. Tuchel cakap okay before the game, okay let's go, we play in the wingers, we attack them because they play high line. So Klopp dah tahu tapi tetap juga play again.
So it begs the question end of day, semua orang dah tahu macam mana nak main dengan Liverpool
Yeah.
That's the thing. No, if you want to play a highline, okay lah, maybe macam Van Dijk ada, Gomez ada, dah biasa, you know, that kind of thing. Aku tahu why Liverpool is playing that style because dia tak nak hilang that structure of football they implant in Liverpool lah. So when the players come in, they are ready back, you know, that kind of thing. So biar kalah sekarang, jangan kalah later at the full length lah. Untuk aku lah. But you see top 4 is bye-bye already lah. With the likes of West Ham, Chelsea, Leicester City. Sedih ya. But the thing is, you know, if you're a fan, you're a fan. Support the team when they are losing. Itu je, kan? Okay. Okay guys, before we go to the big game, let's go to the Spurs and Crystal Palace game.
Spurs.
Okay, it's 4-1
now.
Gareth Bale scored 2, Harry Kane scored 2. 4-1. Okay, korang tengok tak tu game?
Tak tengok. Ini game tak tengok.
Okay, let's talk about the goals. The first goal. Was that an offside or not? Ingat tak?
I think the question this season, a lot of goals, is that offside or not?
Correct.
So the consistency of VAR is in question, especially in terms of giving penalties and giving offsides, or whether should that be a red card, or VAR should be an enhancer, not a deterrent for the game.
How about the comeback of Gareth Bale? Mimi, Real Madrid, Gareth Bale. After so long, he get
lagi bagus dia main kat Spurs dari dia main golf dekat Madrid lah.
So do you think that he'll be permanently?
Undeniably, I think si Mourinho ni pandai lah. He keeps Bale for so long. I think also due to his injury and all that. Tapi kasih dia gian, kasih dia nak ngotot mainnya, baru you unleash on your opponents lah. So undeniably it's a class act lah. Kau tengok dia main, he just brings a different dimension to the game for Spurs.
I'm just glad we played Spurs twice already.
Faris, being a Londoner supporter, seeing Spurs getting up with the result now, are you feeling that, you know, korang ada that sense of fear that Spurs will catch up with you all, not? Sam?
There will be a possibility that they will catch up. But there's no sense of fear. I mean, being a West Ham fan, we've been in any sense of position. But I mean, if there's any, I would like to see let them try, you know, try and see how far they can actually climb. But this season, Gareth Bale, okay lah. I mean, he's been a good support for Spurs still. Son is the key person to be.
Betul.
Yeah, Son is key person. Son is like macam Kevin, macam Kevin De Bruyne for Man City. He came back from injury. On form, everybody. It's more on best.
Correct. So the thing is, Spurs top 4. Akbar, Spurs can be in top 4?
Yep. Looking at the run of games, West Ham's next 3 games is Arsenal, United, and Leicester. So West Ham might drop points, or they might win it all. So it depends on what West Ham do for Spurs to catch up. Spurs has an easier run in terms of teams that they're playing. They've played the big matches, most of the big matches already. So their push for top 4 could be justified at the end of the season.
Okay.
With the unleashing of Bale form, wow.
Mimi, how? Spurs?
Top 4 again this season without a doubt. With Kane coming back and firing on all cylinders, habis Bale pun main merepek bagus macam gini. Then you have the dependable Son. Budak yang kat tepi tu siapa? Reguilon. Bagus nak mampus. So I think
pasal Madrid dia players dia bagus nak mampus lah.
Tak lah. Ni luck.
But the defense are aging lah. Their centre backs are aging lah. Ada Werrell dengan Davis.
Eric Dyer.
Correct. Eric Dyer is also. Eric Dyer asyik nak pergi berak je. So that was funny dia pergi berak. Okay guys, that is about Spurs. Let's talk about the big game, Man City against Man United, the Mancunian derby. Okay, let's start with Faris. Man City 20 games unbeaten. Jumpa United je bacul, diorang kalah.
Yeah.
Of all teams, when Liverpool kalah dengan Fulham that night, Man U pula menang kat Man City. So the thing is, what are your thoughts, Faris?
Okay, kejap je. 2 minutes. Kasi aku ambil barang sekejap ya.
Okay. Okay, kita Mimi berbual dulu Mi, Man City, Man United.
I think aku pin a lot of hope on Man City because aku tak suka Man U
Terus terang.
It's not a personal problem Kira aku tak suka je. Pasal aku tak suka fans orang irritating But as a in footballing terms, I think they've come a long way. Dah mungkin 8 tahun diorang tak buat bising. Tanta di season bising balik. So I guess Fernandes is the difference for them. So for this particular game, pada aku, I don't know what happened to Man City. I think everyone was rooting for them. Even if you're a Man U fan, because some of you Man U fans play FPL.
Yeah.
But they lost 2-0 sadly.
Okay, let's go to Faris back. Faris.
Yeah. Okay, Man City, Man U. Aku rasa diorang cuak
Seriously? Cuak pasal apa?
Tak tahu, aku rasa Man City macam cuak
Nak cuak apa? It's only United
20 games.
Okay, the thing is, and the only thing United is good because the other teams tak bagus. Bukan United tu betul-betul bagus. Ni terus terang boleh berbual. This is not bantering. Man United is good because the other teams are not doing good. Like Liverpool tak bagus. Dan itu je lah. Liverpool tak bagus ni pasal itu pasal dorang second. Okay. Man City Siahat 2-0. Aku still cannot digest you know, teams lawan Man City je kalah. Tapi lawan United ni macam entahlah. Aku tak tahu apa nak cakap Why for this?
Susah nak cakap I think they really maybe they really push it you know, they're hungry for that points You know, for after several games They are hungry for that points, and then they know that this is Man City top of the table. Either they do it right or not. 2-0.
Okay, Ismail cakap Liverpool memang tak bagus. Betul. Tak bagus season ni, yes. But last 2 season korang yang tak bagus. Okay, ini cakap je. Okay, Akbar, the game Man City and Man United.
Yeah, I think he was smart. Ole was smart to play Rashford and Martial. So correct, Ismail. Tactics just spot on. They cannot contain the speed of the speed on the break. And Luke Shaw played one heck of a game. Pada aku, Luke Shaw this season is one of the informed players other than Fernandes for United. I've watched a few United games. For research purposes lah, for us to talk weekly on Football Buddies, we each take a game. So sometimes I take the United game just to give it a bit of variance. But then United this season, yes, I think it's just the derby.
Yep.
They've won 3 seasons in a row at Manchester Stadium. So Pep, I think, doesn't have United's number yet. In terms of because I haven't seen, for all Pep's flamboyance with his team, dia belum pernah betul-betul like really go all out and trash United. There hasn't been a game whereby they look like Man City when they play Man United. Every time it's the same as when Liverpool were not good. In the Alex Ferguson years, whenever we play United, we bring up our game, right? So it's the same thing that's happening right now whenever United play City. They tend to bring up their game every time.
Alright, Mimi, as Ismail Smith tadi cakap, Ole nya tactic just spot on. Okay. Tapi kenapa lawan Crystal Palace is a 0-0 draw? Why? So is it the manager or is it the team? United has a lot of draw games. Even Chelsea pun dah boleh draw. Kenapa games, this kind of games they cannot win in, but when it comes to Man City orang boleh menang? Why me?
Determination lah. When you're up against someone yang kau tahu kau nak kena menang, to get above them, I think it gives you the extra drive. Tapi Crystal Palace macam kau go into the game, ni boleh bantai lah, then in the end draw.
So it's just the mentality lah.
The mentality also plays a part, I guess, when you're playing high level football. It's the same way it's affecting your team lah, Rel.
Yeah. So the thing is, Faris, but Man City put the best 11 with Kevin De Bruyne there, Diaz. Their defense are the best right now. Tak concede banyak. But when it comes to United, people like Luke Shaw can score. A left back can go up there and score. What is this? Is this just macam kau cakap bacol? But why United? You have to be bacol in the likes like should I say Bayern ke? Okay lah kalau Champions League. But United, which is a team that is playing in Europa Cup now and is second in the table, is way behind you. Kenapa, Faris? Is it the mentality of the players or it's just the derby game?
No, I think it's more to mentality of players lah. But in terms of to be surprised that a left back scored the goal, I think Man City last game with West Ham also, I think they are actually the defenders who scored the goal lah. Man City.
Correct.
Right. I think this season scorers are surprisingly unique.
Correct.
Yeah. To digest and analyze again, the scorers for this season, it comes from everywhere. Most of them are actually defenders also. But I think the drive that Man U has, probably like what Mael said, Ole's tactic is spot on. But I think the drive, the backroom discussion probably that drives them to have a better mentality They go all out You have 11 players, the good sets of players for Man City, but if they can't really gel up for that 90 minutes, it's tough.
Okay, Syaril, kenapa tak boleh accept the victory? Aku tak cakap aku tak boleh accept. Cuma aku tak boleh accept kenapa Man City kalah, bukan pasal Man U menang. Why Man City of all teams kalah this game? That is what I want to know. Okay, the thing is what Faris say about surprising scorers is true. The top goal scorer for now in EPL is Mohamed Salah, but the team is shitty now. It's in 7 or 8. So that's justify. It's a haywire season. So let's just void the league now lah. Tadi tak ada champion. Okay guys, let's go to the next game. Chelsea against Everton 2-0. Okay, Chelsea scored a own goal by Ben Godfrey and Jorginho penalty. So how? Everton. Okay, kita belum mau pasal Everton Okay, let's talk about Everton Everton. Akbar, our Merseyside neighbours, Everton. So
Actually, I thought after they beat us at Anfield, they would actually go and do better in the season.
Right.
But it seems that the form has dipped up and down, typical Everton. Also another team that only shows up during derbies. But during the course of the season, they fluctuate in their form.
Okay, Mimi, Everton has one of the best managers in the world, Carlo Ancelotti. They have good players, Sigurdsson, they have Kevin Lewin is playing well now. James, dorang ada Mina, macam-macam lah. But why do you think that Ancelotti need a few more seasons to be one of the top teams in England?
They are suffering the same way korang pun suffer. They punya second stringers not there yet.
Okay.
Kau cakap pasal kalau Ancelotti being a good manager, yes, but he's not managing Milan Ni Everton siul.
Correct. But the thing is,
in terms of consistency, start of the season they were super good. With the likes of Richarlison, depan siapa? Dominic Calvert-Lewin, James Rodriguez before the injury. And then siapa the main defender yang baik, Lucas Dean. I think the core batch dah ada. It's just that they need to push themselves more every game, be consistent, and then Ancelotti should get good replacements.
Okay. Faris, talking about Everton, okay, Everton has one of the best England goalkeepers now, should I say, in Pickford. Okay, if you're an England fan, I don't know if you're an England fan or not, but the thing is, if Pickford and Pope, which keepers do you think will play for England in the Euros?
Probably Pope.
But the thing is about England, mati-mati dia kasi Pickford main. Aku tak faham. You know, if you see situations where one-on-one situation, I think Pope is better. But why is still Pickford be the first 11? Kenapa tu?
Kalau go back history England punya goalkeepers siapa-siapa yang kita ada?
Start daripada mana? David Seaman,
after
David James, Nigel Martin. Then we have siapa lagi? Robert Green, correct.
Robert Green, correct. Tak tu
Other than I think David Seaman kan, most of the England goalkeepers don't come from the top 4 clubs.
Yeah, but
Joe Hart, siapa tu? Joe Hart, is it?
Joe Hart.
Yeah, Joe Hart.
Mimi.
Yep.
Jawab Mimi.
Blackburn Bang Ismail Blackburn.
We don't know. I don't know why they pick they select Pickford.
Susah.
Tapi actually Pickford is also he's actually a good goalkeeper. He's quite consistent.
But he tends to do mistakes that is very stupidity tau. Dia suka buat merepek yang mistake yang buat but I don't know why dorang still says that he's a world class goalkeeper, which is not To me, it's not. Pope, yes. Pope is doing well.
Very tough.
Susah nak jawab
Susah nak jawab.
that is just England with their biasness and favoritism lah. Itu just, so that's why jangan support England lah. Okay, Everton. Who else to talk about in Everton? Let's talk about Sigurdsson. Okay, Sigurdsson has been there for a few seasons, so he's doing up his scoring and he's assisting right now. But still, Sigurdsson is still considered as a second 11 player right now in Everton. Dia tak ada that first 11 dia main, tak. But he's doing it. Why is that so, Akbar? Kau tengah makan
Aku belum dinner, sorry.
Okay, tak apa, Mimi jawab.
Apa dia? Repeat.
Why Sigurdsson, dorang tak fikir Sigurdsson is one of the best players right now?
He was good maybe 2-3 seasons back But this season dia tak step up Even when the first stringers tak dapat main, then he gets into the first 11, I don't think he actually provides an impact untuk Everton.
Okay, right.
Tak salah dia ada injury kan. I think
Yep.
Yeah, so I think probably actually this football injury it's really a mind fuck orang you know. Kau nak get back on track it's very difficult Did I just say mind fuck? Live TV. Sorry.
It's okay. Okay, guys. Let me tell you a bit of my experience to Goodison Park. Okay, I went to Goodison Park to watch the Merseyside. Okay, Everton has a good core players, but the thing is, these good core players tak kena dengan stadium, bro. If you go to their stadium, I tell you now, Goodison Park, diorang pergi toilet tu kan, tak payah tubuh, kau maki je roboh, bro. Rabak gila, you know, that kind of thing. Even their stores yang jual burgers and what, primary school punya canteen better lah. It's just a rundown stadium, macam tak kena dengan the team. So they are doing a new stadium because of the Arab owners. Okay, they are spending well and everything. To be like Man City is far lah, but hopefully, you know, one day they can achieve that lah. Okay, guys. We have come to the end of all the matches yang gerik, should I say. Okay, for now, let's open to the floor for questions and answer session for now. I think about 3 to 5 questions. Then after that, we go to our FPL section, which is interesting to most of the viewers lah. Okay, guys?
Right.
Aduh. So Faris, korang punya supporters club West Ham semua tengah happy lah kira
Tengah happy, tengah atas angin. tengah dreaming kira kan. Semua tengah dreaming But yeah, I mean, after so long Ariel, you know, after so long to see they are in the right, nice, you know, position. It's quite good.
No, the thing aku pun suka bila aku dulu main championship manager, I always like to take West Ham because of their youths. Aku suka. To see them up there is very good lah. Bagus lah. This kind of things, step it up, you know. With no money, no, with good cara beli players yang bagus, that's very good. Speed up lah West Ham, serious. Okay, first question. Can Akbar call me abang please?
Relax lah.
Syafiq, Indah. Kau panggil dia ni Aneh ke Tambi?
Tu ada Abang
Syafiq. Okay, tak apalah. Okay, the question later we can talk. Okay, let's talk about the next session. We got about 20 minutes lah, guys. About FPL. I think Suhaimi, Akbar is good in FPL. Faris, kau main FPL?
Tak. Tak lah. I mean,
okay, tak apa. You just follow with
aku jarang.
Okay.
Ya, kan bang.
Ini Syafiq, can you give constructive ask constructive questions Ini semua tak ada kena-mengena, bro. Okay? Okay, let me share the screen first. Okay, guys. Mana dia? Okay. Okay, kau boleh nampak tak?
Yep.
Okay, so the BKK League right now. Wow, look at that. Siapa tengah first? Oh. It's Suhaimi, Okay, mate, this is your team, kau ada Martinez, then you have Target, Diaz, Fulham, Lingard, Gundogan, Salah, Fernandez, Son, Kane, Antonio. Then your goalkeeper, you have Pope, Bamford, Dallas, Kufal. Okay, mate. Let me ask you.
Aku okay.
Sure lah kau. Me. Okay, 19 points.
Asal lah aku tak letak captain. Bodoh je.
That's the thing.
Tak apa,
This
Nari
guy
Gundogan skor 3.
Confirm. Jangan
InsyaAllah.
tak jadi. Diaz pun boleh score 3. Okay, mate.
Boleh.
Talk us through your team. Since you're leading the way right now. Okay, apa kau punya, what do you look in your team when you select players?
Form.
Okay.
Aku tengok form, whether they are performing for the past maybe 2-3 matches. Then end of day, aku punya outlook selalu aku tengok the next 10 games. Kalau dorang punya next 10 fixtures boleh makan, most of my players will come from those teams.
Okay. Wow. Kau nombor 1 banyak juga 2. BKK League dengan FA Warzone. Oh, not bad lah dia ni. Dari SMB juga. Dia dari SMB macam
Idrosnya.
itu pasal lah. Oh, dia ada league sendiri. Dia tak bila aku pun. Okay. So this is the BKK League. So most Ismail Smith is also nombor 4. Then we have Cikgu Johan here. Okay, 80 points. The latest points. Dia pun ada Martinez, Diaz. Wow. Akbar, nama kau apa, Bah?
Jangan cari. Number 36.
Alamak, aku nombor 25. Bukan lah.
Dah jatuh lah. Dah naik lah.
34, naik lah, Syul. Okay, Akbar pun Martinez juga. Cresswell, wow, 12 points. Then you have Robertson, 2 points. Stones, 1 point for now. Okay. Okay, Akbar, let me ask you, Vardy, should we keep him or should we sell him now?
I'm keeping him for now. Because the
But
next
he
string
has-
of games, I think he's got a chance.
Seriously, but the provide apa kira dia punya supply not that strong now, no?
I think the team that he's playing, he should be able to carry on his own. But
Okay,
point.
then how about Bamford?
Bamford, time to go.
Can sell him already?
Time to go. I already sold him already.
Oh, serious ah? How come still?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, last game. Okay, let's see mine. Aku this week rabak, Syul. Aduh, ini Alexander Arnold ni dengan Salah ni. Aku macam nak buang je dorang.
As you can
Okay,
see, I left one good player.
Okay lah, aku punya ni okay. But I'm surprised that Ward-Prowse ada 11. Tapi next lawan Man City. Alamak, susah lah. Then Alonso, aku tak kasi main, dia dapat 8. Okay, ni Chelsea ni. Okay, the thing about Chelsea, guys, susah tau predict. It's either Alonso atau it's Chilwell. Dulu bila aku ada Chilwell, dia tak kasi main. Aku ambil Alonso, dia tak kasi main. Kurang ajar sah. So, is it
Same like City.
even? So, should we stay with the Chelsea players?
Yes. Beli 1-2 lah. Simpan. People
1-2.
like maybe Mason Mount ataupun Alonso ataupun Azpilicueta.
Okay. So, it's either these 3 players lah.
Pada aku
Okay,
lah.
Okay, Ismail has a question. Akbar, should Liverpool drop their 3 strikers?
Not all 3 lah. To answer the question, I think he should rotate. I think Jota has been given a chance against Fulham, but it's his first game back, so I don't expect much from him. I think there should be a new direction in terms of attack. There should be an alternative in terms of attack. Priority still goes to the front 3, but if it seems that they're not working, I think Jota is more of a 45-minute player, not a full game player. And people like Origi should leave this season already.
Hey, tell me about this, man. Origi, please lah, don't waste my freaking time lah. Get out, okay? Liverpool have to buy good players. Okay, Suhaimi, you have a question for you. How do you choose your players, Suhaimi? Any tips?
Bang Ismail, choose player, tengok the next 10 games. Mana team yang the next 10 game boleh makan the other teams, I think you should take those players. My personal tips for you is for the next 10 games, I think you should bank on Spurs dengan Leeds. Lagi Bale.
Okay, Faris, you have anything to say? Aku tengok kau tak cakap apa-apa. Macam Faris kenapa tak main?
Aku tak dengar. Tak tahu, malas lah. Aku malas nak
Yalah,
pilih player.
it's just texting lah. Texting betul lah. So aku ni, okay, the story about me, aku memang tak main FPL, tapi kau tahu lah budak-budak ni, budak Kelantan ni suruh paksa aku main, aku tak nak. So last resort, diorang pakai Ismail to message me personally. Kau tahu bila Ismail message kau personally, you cannot say no, bro. Okay lah, so aku cakap okay, I play lah, because aku punya orang,
orang kuat tau, orang kuat message kau.
That's the thing. Aku Liverpool ni, aku susah nak cakap lah, terlalu engrossed with the football. Tapi bila when it comes to fantasy kan, aku nak kena lower down my expectation of players, then aku paksa pilih. Then yalah. So but it's fun lah, it's fun for the fun of it. Okay. Akbar, do you have any tips for the managers out there?
Being at number 34, my tips won't do much. But then aku recently got on some good forms. I think consistently I've gotten about 60 to 80 every week since I started to study more of the players, and I got lucky with Lingard and trusting Souček and Cresswell. So the West Ham players have given me a lot of points. As you can see, Cresswell every week minimum 8 to 12. Lingard scoring. I think now it's time to bang on, like what Mimi say lah, Spurs and some United players.
Okay,
and always have Bruno Fernandes in your team.
Mimi, I still have a wild card to use. Okay, so it's left with 10 games. Should I say? Should I use the wild card, or should I just stay with my players and change bit episodes of the team?
Selalunya ujung-ujung season mesti ada double game week kan?
Correct.
You keep for that lah. So
double game week. But wildcard is when you change the players, it stays there, no? It's not free hit.
Correct. Faham. Tapi selalunya the final game week will consist of a lot of games yang kau nak bank on lah, the players. And then kau dah tak ada triple captain, kau dah tak ada.
Aku masih ada triple captain.
You still have lah.
Aku cuma dah pakai is only the free hit.
Aku dah pakai free hit, aku dah pakai bench boost.
Bench boost pun aku belum pakai lagi. Aku punya mentality is aku nak pakai the last game of the season. Sekarang tu kali pakai leo.
Tak boleh semua apa?
You can use one.
Yalah, aku belum pakai apa?
Okay.
Free hit je belum pakai.
Kalau boleh jangan pakai.
Tak, memang mentality aku actually, aku nak try not to use any support or supplies. Nak all the way try. Sekali memang rabak. So this 2 weeks aku dapat points dah rabak gila punya. Okay, Mimi, Mane or Salah?
None of the above.
Correct.
Dia macam sengaja je tanya.
Farisnya Michael Antonio lagi bagus, Syul.
Yeah. Michael Antonio.
I think it's time for us to not take Liverpool players for right now, Okay, guys. Any more questions? We are ending the session soon. Oh, okay. We have Zul saying Assalamualaikum semua. Waalaikumsalam.
Waalaikumsalam.
Okay, since kita tunggu maybe about 2 questions, let's say something about korang yang perkembangan. So Akbar, currently apa yang kau tengah buat? What are you busy with right now?
I think it's gonna be busy week for me and Mimi next week. We're doing a few things with the podcast. We're doing some live streams and we have a project going on. So just stay tuned. We're planning for that tomorrow. Tomorrow we're recording the podcast for this week. So,
Jangan cakap pasal podcast.
Oh, tak boleh cakap.
Syarik tergilan lah.
Tak apa. Okay guys, congrats on your podcast podcast project. Okay, so you can shout out on your the football buddies, is it?
Yep, the football buddies. Kalau nak ikut social, Instagram ke, Facebook ke, Twitter ke, apa kejadah, it's at the football buddies. THEFOOTBALLBUDDIES. Terima kasih.
Okay. So guys, okay, apparently aku nak cakap sikit lah pasal besok I'll be appearing with Mak Besar. They call me to do pun sama juga. I think it's podcast also. So I'll be bantering against a United fan. It's a well-known guy. So it's Zakaria Awang, Singapore ex-footballer. So Maman is the host. So hopefully you all will listen to the bantering session tomorrow lah. Dua-dua hardcore.
Podcast apa nama? Podcast.
Aku pun tak tahulah. Mak Besar apa aku pun tak tahu. Diorang invite aku turun je. Aku tak tahu. Tomorrow they will know. Then I'll say to you. Okay guys. Okay guys, another tips for game 29 please. Okay, this is the double game week, if I'm not wrong. Kan? Or is it the next week? Or is it next week? I think it's next week main game.
Next week this is 20th March starting.
Game week 29 yang 4 games lah.
Ada 4 games je?
4 game je.
Oh that's why dia tanya. Okay, 4 game tu. Mimi, any tips?
Spurs, Leeds, West Ham, Newcastle. Ni 4 team je kau bank your players on.
Dengar tu weh.
Tapi kalau
dengar tu Eman.
Tapi problemnya is actually most of us kalau nak tukar banyak players nanti pun minus points lah. That's the problem.
Sudah pada aku this week buang sudah. 29 tu buang aja.
Engkau tak.
Betul
game
tak?
week kau tak, ni game week 4 game. Kau nak buang. Habis game week yang ada double game week kau dah 29 point. Mengarut Syul.
It's hard lah. Okay. Kan betul tak aku cakap buang game je Okay lah guys, I think we are already 1 hour 1.5 hours into our show. Okay, once again thanks Faris, thanks Akbar and Swami for being in our show. InsyaAllah we will support your podcast, InsyaAllah. You know, okay, actually this Sleep Bola is like kita nak ketengahkan footballing issues with Dikir Barat punya activists. So Mimi, that's why I ask you is yang kau nak pergi kawan budak Dikir Barat. So I want to make this Dikir Barat community to love football, to respect each other. You know, bantering is just one side. You know, knowledge about football, macam Akbar, Faris, So I mean, different kind of fans to come and talk about football. That is the beautiful part of football fans. Okay, Faris, I know you're daripada kerja, you're tired. Thank you so much for being here.
No problem, no
Miss
problem.
you, dah lama tak nampak kau. So
Aku actually nak join for last week, sekali tak dapat kan. So, yelah,
betul,
lah.
correct.
Yeah.
Mimi, our breakfast session, long awaited breakfast session, bila pun kita tak tahu. So hopefully picit tu memang picit, tapi kadang-kadang terlalu busy kan. Okay, and Akbar, dah lama tak nampak kau, you know, seeing you as a photographer at weddings pun, you are close to my cousin kan.
Yeah.
So aku rasa kau lagi rapat daripada cousin aku daripada aku. Aku dah lama tak nampak dia. Okay. Okay guys, thank you so much. See you again.
Thank you.
I see you on backstage. Okay. Bye.
Thank you.